Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. This Cooking with Kaitlin actually got filmed in advance because I wanted to make sure I knew how to do this recipe because I'm doing a little kind of Zoom cooking session with my sorority's alum group with it, and I just wanted to make sure I knew all the steps to teach them. So I just wanted to practice it beforehand. So this is actually filmed a few weeks in advance because I'll air it after I do it with them, just so it's all fresh and new. But it's also a good fall recipe because by the time this shows, it will be technically fall. It may not feel like it where you live. It may not feel like it where I live. It rarely does when it's technically fall here. It's usually like a month or 2 months later before it feels like it. But the weather's been kind of crazy this year, so maybe it actually will feel like fall. No clue. So anyway, we are making a pumpkin chiffon pie. Yum! We've got our oven preheating to 400 for our pie shells. They're just the kind you buy to take and bake from the store, so just follow your ingredient or your instructions. I just got the traditional, not the deep dish, because I want it to be able to set properly. Sometimes the deep dish for something like this that you're not actually baking in the pie shells later just stays runny for so long that it doesn't set quite right, so traditional is a little better for that. You could do graham cracker if you feel the urge, or if you've got your own pie crust recipe, props to you. We're going to make sure everything's ready. So one thing we want to do, just realized I need one other cup. So we're going to separate out our eggs before we get started on everything else. Because if you remember from when we did the lemon meringue, I'm actually going to separate out the egg yolks and the egg whites. So we will be making a meringue, but it's going to get folded into the pie as opposed to going on top. So. That's 3 eggs. There we go. Got those done, set, and we're going to pause you and move you guys around a minute. Actually, I remembered one other thing we needed to do to be prepared. We've got half a cup of cold water, and we've got unflavored gelatin. Quarter ounce. Now I'm just going to pour it into the, it's supposed to be a tablespoon, so we're going to make sure this is actually a tablespoon. Yes, because the flavored gelatin, you know you're making gel. With the unflavored, they know you're doing something else. Not quite enough. Gingerly set that down. Find a way to secure this. Okay. All right. We're gonna do that. This out of the way. We're gonna stir that up. And just let that get set while we work on everything else. Just want that going. Right now I'm going to use, let's see, we're over our saucepan. We're going to do a cup and a quarter, so 1 1/4 cups pumpkin, which is not a full can, sadly. You'll have about half a cup of pumpkin left. So you can stir that into a sauce or save it for another recipe. whatever you need to do. If you're done eating, means it's time to put in our pie shells. So that's good. And do that for one quick second. They've got time to bake and cool. Sugar. Adding our spices just so nothing burns. And that the egg yolks don't just cook on their own. Give that a good solid stir. Now we are adding in half a teaspoon, four ingredients. The new salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. Nutmeg. Ginger. Now we're just going to get it stirring nicely. Let it thicken up. Get everything well blended. You want all those flavors to go all around. Be present, oops, in every bite of your cake. Or not your cake, your pie. Whew. I'm getting my desserts mixed up, guys. It's actually because I've been researching a cake recipe that may have already happened by the time this one shows, but maybe it won't. We will see. Maybe like the following week. We're just going to do that for a few minutes, and then we will add in that gelatin when we're done. Alright, I'm going to pause you guys till it's ready to add in. Alright, so it's thickened up real well. I'm going to add in that gelatin now. Gelatin that was in the water. Blending really nice. I'm going to let that thicken up too. Alright, so we're going to stir this till it thickens up, then we're going to remove it from heat and do the meringue. And then combine the two and let it chill. Not sure what that is, but it's not breaking up. So. Of course, you could have already done the egg whites and just had them sitting to the side, but you need to let this chill anyway, so it makes more sense to do the egg whites while this chills, in my opinion, or while it just decreases in heat some, because they won't take long to do. That's good. Okay, so I just gotta let it thicken, then we'll move it through heat, and I'll check back when it's time for the egg white. Alright, so that's been removed from heat. Pie came out, or the crust came out. So they are cooling down too. It's time to do our meringue that we will then fold in. It's got those 3 egg whites. We're gonna get them stepped up, and we'll add the sugar, and that's thickened up again. We always start a little low and then increase the speed. Blend it. Go a little bit more. It's moving just a letting this cool. Still a bit warm. That's okay. Then we're going to add in our meringue and put it in the pie crust and just let it set. No, there's more, but just gonna fold it in so we're not stirring so vigorously, we're just gingerly folding it in. To give it that kind of velvety, smooth texture, which is what makes it a chiffon. Just getting it blended like so. Maybe this would be a nice new pumpkin pie for you and your family. Thanksgiving this year. Unless somebody just has to have a very specific one, in which case, maybe you do this in October. Or at a small Friendsgiving. I say small because I don't know what's going to be happening, but you've got a small group of people you interact with during all of this pandemic-ness. You've got your little small, we've all agreed to follow these same procedures and exposure kind of stuff. Then maybe this is for them. Just gingerly get it mixed. Smells so good, y'all. So good. There we go. Looking good, so it's time to get it in our pie shells. Got stuff still in the way. Alright. Just both of them equally. All right. Let's get all that goodness out of the pot. And then we're just going to let them chill, put them in the fridge, let them chill like that, and then we'll slice them and serve them. You can add whipped cream if you want, whatever feels right. But they look and smell wonderful. I will show you the finished product in the video once they fully cooled. Slice them up, because of course we need to taste test it and make sure everything went just right before I do this with my sorority loves. All right, talk to y'all in a little bit. All right, so it's nicely chilled. I'm gonna slice. We have to slice without filming, but you just slice into it, and I'll show you with whipped cream. Hang on. All right, it's a nice good slice. I'm gonna put some whipped cream on it. Bon appetit!